So primarily we have three types of data. We have the structured, the unstructured, and the semi-structured data. So for the structured data, this is simply data that is stored in a table or in a relation form in a storage such as a database. So it's stored in a way that the relationship can be drawn between different aspects of the data. And with the structured data type, it is easy to analyze. So since different aspects of this data, they have a relationship, they can easily be analyzed. So an example here will be this table. So you have different fields, and with those fields, you can use that to classify the different aspects. So you can classify them based on the first name or last name or ID. And once you do that, you can associate certain aspects. So let's say you have an individual, you have their first name, their last name, their ID number or their phone number. So once you sort it in a particular form, you can draw out certain information to make decisions based off your classification or based off your sorting. So with this type of data, it's easy to analyze since the data already has some sort of relationship between the different categories. So that's what structured data is all about. So looking at unstructured data. Unstructured data is data stored in different forms without any specific relationship between the different aspects within the data. So it lacks a predefined structure. And with this type of data, you need specific tools to analyze this data. So it has to go through more sections of data cleaning or data analysis for you to be able to draw information out of this data. So examples of unstructured data, we have music, files, pictures. So those are text messages. Those are considered unstructured data because for you to draw or form a relationship between different aspects within that data, you have to analyze them multiple times to be able to draw information in a particular relationship from that data type. Next, we have semi-structured data. Now, this is data stored in JSON file format when it comes to different aspects like programming and all of that. So those are examples of semi-structured data. So within this data, you have some sort of a structure within the data, but you need to be able to analyze it first to pull out that structure from the data. So you can analyze it, but the level of complexity is not as much as you would need with unstructured data in the case of a semi-structured data. An example here is just a file like this. So within this file, you can see you have the first name, the last name, the ID, default size, and the other total. So you have different names, but it's not in any specific structure. So we can say, okay, Carol here has an other ID, this, but you cannot just look at it directly and you tell that is the relationship. So you need to go ahead and analyze it a little more before you can have it in a structured form, like we saw in the very first case of the structured data.